Hello my friends, Mia DeBolt here, bringing you more transparency in trading. Thank you so much for joining me on day 2 of my FTMO Repeat Challenge. Okay, so today is Saturday and I thought I'd do something really fun that's a little bit different. I'm going to actually log day 3 with you live on this video. So stay tuned for that at the end of this video. And so without further ado, let's take a look at the charts and see exactly the trade that I took for day 2. And real quick, if you want to continue this journey with me, follow my journey as I go to the 7-figure funded mark. Make sure that you subscribe below and I'll continue to share my journey with you. Okay, so the red folder news wasn't until 7 a.m. my time on Friday, so I made sure that I slept in a little bit and didn't jump on the charts too prematurely so that I could actually wait for things to set up. So this is what I saw when I jumped on the charts. Okay, so we have yet to see if this is actually a breaker on the weekly chart. So this is kind of what I was analyzing. If we did push down, which we did for the day, it would mean that we'd have overlapping bearish candles. So I'm kind of expecting Sunday to either gap down and show another bearish move again, so maybe draw to this volume imbalance down here, or if we gap up and we start to push up, then we might be going for this volume imbalance up here. So we're still kind of ranging on the weekly, so this is kind of still a scalping environment. So that's kind of the mindset that I had going into Friday. So on the 15-minute, we didn't actually break structure to the upside. We're kind of just going sideways, rebalancing all of this price range from CPI, and so that's kind of what I was looking at. We did have some liquidity down here with this daily low and this daily low, so that's what I was watching at the 7 a.m. news. So unfortunately, I just kept watching price continue to step down to the sell side, and so it did take the primary sell side liquidity target and it accumulated here. The DXY was pushing up really nicely, and so I had this 15-minute consequent encroachment set up and ready to go. So this was a little disappointing because I didn't actually pull the trigger when it came to the 15-minute consequent encroachment of the fair value gap, and it did actually just touch it and then kind of reacted from it. So it wasn't quick enough to the draw. I wasn't actually prepared for this to actually touch it and then move away. So that's kind of where I missed a 5-to-1 potential on ES, and so I was looking to log day 2, and so I was looking for a trade, whether it was going to be short term, because it was a Friday and it was pushing really nicely. I didn't want to get in too low in the expansion and get myself in trouble. So when it made this big displacement candle, I was looking at all 3 of the indices at the same time, and so I was thinking six sister approach because NASDAQ was so strong. It had already taken daily buy side liquidity, and so I was expecting that to try to catch up with the other 2 indices. Okay, so this is where I'm entering on the 1-minute fair value gap. It does look a whole lot like ES, however the daily low is down here, and so that was my primary target. And so again, this is a Friday. I didn't sleep really well going into Friday morning, so I wasn't looking for a long-term trade. And because I know myself as a trader, when I am on low sleep, I tend to be a lot more impulsive and a lot more impatient. And so that's also something that was going on in my head, was just having a short-term trade. Okay, so let's play this and you can see exactly how this trade panned out. All right, so my stop is a very conservative 25 pips and I have 1% on this trade. So I am waiting for this. Kind of the bullish candle didn't actually materialize and it left this breakaway gap. Okay, so I'm just going to fast forward this because it doesn't actually spend a whole lot of time by my entry, and so it starts to extend nicely. I'm just looking at higher time frame. You can see at the 15-minute there was a liquidity grab, and so the last manipulation candle was this, and so it was going up to a premium in this area. However, I didn't like the fact that this is kind of equal highs, so that was something I was monitoring as well. So US 30 was kind of slowing down, and so that was something I was monitoring. I was also monitoring the ES at the same time, so I was expecting this to go down and run down. However, it does start to accumulate, and I didn't want to repeat the same mistake that I made in my last trade, which was not taking profits or not taking partials. So I had my partial already ready. I had about 80% ready to go, and so I was expecting this to start running for the daily low. However, it does this and it closes in that 1-minute fair value gap. I'm fairly certain that my stop is in a safe place so I don't move my stop too early, and I'm just monitoring this trade. Okay, so it retraces and then it starts to go down nicely. However, it starts to kind of slow down. So again, I don't like these kind of 5-minute candles where it starts making kind of a channel, because it can reverse and it can come back up and take these equal highs before it actually takes this sell side liquidity. So I am monitoring that, and I'm keeping in mind that I'm in this for a short term, so I'm happy with any kind of profits. I did move my stop a little bit, so I do feel like that's a safe place for my stop, and I do move it and trim some risk. Okay, so again, I'm looking for elongated 1-minute candles with a fair value gap that stays fairly open, but it doesn't keep doing that. So it starts to kind of slow down, and I am thinking of just taking off 80% and allowing the rest of it to go. However, I am in this trade for a short term, and it's a Friday. Kind of want to do other things. I've been on the charts for a couple of hours already. So not only is my energy drained because I didn't sleep very well, but I also have been on the charts, analyzing the charts for a couple of hours already. All right, so the 5-minute is really just not giving me a whole lot of signs that it's going to continue, and it's going to continue quickly. So this is where I close it out, and you can see that I made 0.46 for the day. So this trade actually ends up panning out. So it would have come back up to a higher place, that fair value gap that was the breakaway gap. It did close that in a little bit and then run for the sell side. So it was a good trade. I'm happy with the way that it turned out. I was done for the week, really happy with how I ended the week. So I ended 1.48% in profit, and so that was a good start for my challenge. So I forgot to show you my over-the-shoulder account balance, and so you can see here that I started my challenge on the 11th of May, and it's ending on 9 June. So I'm not expecting to go anywhere near 9 June. Last time it came down to the wire, and I'm really not expecting that this time around. So my intention is to finish it quickly, and to do so with a slow and steady pace. So that's my strategy for this time around, is just to have small little profits, and if they're big profits for the day, then great. If they're small profits like they were on Friday, then great as well. Okay, so I have 2 days in the books, and you can see here that my profit is 1.48%. And then I have only 2 trades. So Thursday I had a trade that was about 1%, and then Friday I had a smaller win. Okay, so that's where I'm at with my account, and so this is where the mindset really comes in. So I'm not thinking about playing with profits this time around. I'm really thinking neutrally. So this weekend is all about being with my family, and I'm going to reset for Monday. So next week I only have Monday through Wednesday because I have an event that I'm going to go to on Thursday and Friday. So I'm expecting to really take some profits and build my profit cushion Monday through Wednesday of next week. So I wanted to share this quote with you, and I thought it was really key and essential to the mindset that I'm going to have moving forward. So this quote is by Winston Churchill. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. So I love this quote because it's really that neutral mindset that you have to have. So I'm not on high, or as ICT says, hopped up on goofballs because I'm in profit for my challenge. And quite frankly, I don't see last week and not taking profits when I should have, or when I might have, as a failure as well. So those are things that I'm just going to keep a neutral mindset and really go into the following week just trading effectively, watching price action if it's not showing me the direction that it really wants to draw to, and then just waiting for those premier setups. Okay, so if you're still with me, let's have some fun. Let's hop on my MT4 and we can take my day 3 trade together. All right, so right here in my one-click trade, I actually have 0.01%, and that's all I want to risk. I'm just going to open and close this. And if you don't know already, FTMO has a 10-day minimum that you have to trade. So I'm going to log day 3 today as just a small little trade, and I'm just allowing that clock to keep ticking. So last time I just was really conservative with my trading, and any day that I logged was actually a day that I traded. This time around, I'm actually going to log 10 consecutive days. That way I have one of the parameters for passing phase 1 already passed and ready to go. So I don't have to do that. I can be patient after day 10 if I haven't actually gotten to the profit target by then. So I hope that makes sense. All right, so this is the reason that I'm only logging 0.01% and I'm going to be trading Bitcoin. And so the crypto market is still open. You can still trade it on the weekends. And so you can trade it on Saturday and you can log that day, and you can also trade it on Sunday. But I like to just trade it on Saturday and then log my next day on Monday. All right, so with that being said, I'm also going to be very conservative with the stop loss, and I'm just going to see what the recommended lot size is. So the recommended lot size is 0.41, and it may not allow me just to do 0.01, but I'm going to do as conservative as I can. So I'm going to put in a sell, and let's see if it allows me to do that. Okay, perfect. So there's a sell, and so I opened it, and now I'm going to close it. Okay, so it was opened by me, but it was closed for me. So I had too tight of a stop loss. Since I don't trade crypto, I'm not quite sure what the stop loss is. So it was a negative. So let's go back to my account and we can see if that actually was logged. Okay, so perfect. It was logged. Day 3 is in the books, and we have a small little loss there. So it's okay with me because it really didn't do anything to my percentage. You can see here that I'm still at 1.48%. All right, so day 3 in the books, and I hope that you enjoyed that. That was pretty fun. Okay, so keep that neutral mindset in mind when you go into trading, and you absolutely will be able to not be hopped up on goofballs, not beat yourself up if you're down in drawdown, and you'll be able to trade more effectively. So that's what I'm hoping and intending to do this following week. So if you want to continue this journey with me, you want to see how I actually trade for Monday through Wednesday of next week, make sure that you subscribe below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next trade. All right, my friends, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.